G'day family, it's DJ Paine here from the as yet unnamed night show here at 96.3, and I'm very, very excited to bring you this interview with Joel Abel. He is the National Director of Convoy of Hope, Australia, New Zealand, and he is just the loveliest guy. He is on the ground in California, helping out. You've probably seen on the news Hurricane Melissa going through Jamaica, Cuba, the whole Caribbean area there, and you've seen some of the devastation. Well, Convoy of Hope is on the ground, and so I got to chat to Joel, and here's the interview presenting to you in full. We're going to play some snippets on tonight's show, but if you want to watch the whole thing and get the whole vibe here with Joel, including a couple of outtakes at the end there, he's just an absolute sweetheart. So if you can, give to convoyofhope.org.au. The links will be in the description and in the comments there. Get involved, and every dollar counts. All right. Bless you heaps. Enjoy the interview. For a lot of Australians and for a lot of the listeners to 96.3, they're going to be going, hang on, what's a Convoy of Hope organisation? Give us, because I know it's been a massive movement in the States for decades, but fairly new over here.
It is, mate. Yeah. So we're 30 years old, 31 years going globally. It did start in California, USA, 31 years ago. And we got asked to start it up in Australia and the Oceania in 2020. So we've been going 5 years, just over 5 years in Australia. And everything from disaster response, international programming with children's feeding, women's empowerment programs and agriculture training, community engagement, and everything we do is with and through the local church.
Wow.
Yep.
Convoy
5 regions around the world.
It's interesting. Convoy Hope is one of those interesting organisations because I love, and again, as Christians, we all love what Convoy Hope is doing, but I think it does a really good job, or at least this is my impression of it from standing on the outside. It does a really good job of appealing to everyone. And that's not a backhanded compliment to say, oh, you're turning down the Jesus over here, but it's you're putting forward, this is what we do. And if people want to dig through, they'll eventually find out, and this is the reason why we're doing it.
That's right. That's right. And we are very Christ-centered in what we do. We just don't, we're not street preachers, so we're not going to lead that way. Everything we do is with the compassion of Jesus, the mercy of him. It's Matthew 25. Whenever you gave the least of these a drink of water, when I was hungry, you fed me. When I was in prison, you visited me. It's that type of ministry, as opposed to feeling the need to run into a disaster zone with a Bible and try and preach to people when what they actually need is a cup of cold water and somewhere to stay.
It's that.
But it's amazing, DJ. When you lead with kindness, what happens next? The question that follows is always, why are you doing this?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're able to say, because there's a God who cares about you. He loves you. It just opens people's hearts to the most amazing conversations. And, in any pre-evangelistic situation, you've always got to lead with kindness.
Yeah.
It's the street, it's those preachers that yell at you that everyone runs from. So we don't want to do
that. You're doing, it's the basic principle. I mean, it's something that my grandmother used to tell me as an hungry young man. She would say, you catch more flies with honey, DJ. You put the love out there. Angry? Yeah. But I've gotten over that now in my old age. So let's get to why I've got you on and why I'm bothering you while you're over in California is that you've got a team going over to Jamaica. Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness has just declared the entire country a disaster area, like 3 million people without power and amenities. They're saying dozens at this stage have been taken with Hurricane Melissa. Their lives have been lost over there. What's the current feeling on the ground? You've got people on the ground over there. You've got more teams going over there. What's the game plan?
Yeah, so we've got about 100 churches that we're in contact with, and we always try to do everything we do. Every response is through the local church. they've got the networks. They know who the people are. They know who the vulnerable people are. It's the best way to do it. Otherwise, you go in and you have to spend weeks trying to find out all the information. So that we always work through the local church. We have already packed our trucks. We're ready to go. We're hopefully going to be on the ground tomorrow with our disaster team, which means we'll be able to assess firsthand what we're hearing. And the images do look really devastating, DJ. That it's widespread destruction. Infrastructure is gone. Hospitals, schools, all your major buildings have been flattened. It's going to take a long time to recover. People are coming out from underneath debris. Like you said, lives have been lost already. We just got to get in there and rally the churches and rally the people to start getting assistance to people immediately. Because the scale of storm like this, what happens is even if you do have fresh drinking water, the infrastructure is destroyed, so everything gets contaminated. Yeah. So you have to be able to bring bottled water in, and that's what we love to do. You've got to get water to people, food to people, and then any type of sheltering and clothing and any other non-perishable things that you can get to people. But people can't go home, mate. There's nowhere to go.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've obviously been seeing it on the screens and on our news sources over here. First instinct that we have as Christians, obviously, we're praying for the churches and the people over there. And 100%. We can, as more information comes out, we can pray more directed into what needs to happen. But how can we, two things, how can we get involved with what Convoy of Hope is doing, and how can we pray for what you and your teams are up to, Joel?
Yeah, great. So the way you get involved, we have a distribution centre with a lot of product, a lot of food and water and disaster supplies that we can get to people. And we have that stocked and ready to go for disasters before we even know that they're going to appear. What we need to do is backfill some of that for the next disaster. We also need to increase that because this particular recovery in Jamaica is going to be long-standing. And it's also hit Haiti. Haiti's been flattened in some areas. It's also gone up into Cuba as well, Dominican Republic. So there's a whole lot of need there. The best way to support Convoy would be just give what you can. Financial gifts are amazing because it means that as we assess the needs specifically, we can procure those actual items immediately. Whereas just trying to, I've been in disasters before where well-meaning, beautiful-hearted people have sent us trailer loads of clothes, but that's not what the people needed in that particular day. So it's really being able to have a stockload of cash to be able to, in country or from the East Coast over in Florida, get them onto boats, planes, and get the immediate needs there as quick as we possibly can. We've already packed trucks and we're ready to go. Wow. Our team will arrive tomorrow, and we're going to send some stuff by air freight because that's the quickest way in, and then we'll be sending things by ship.
There's something that, talking to organisations like yourself and, even other aid organisations, the ones that do really well, and it sort of blew my mind when I found out, is they have these centres. It's almost like a shopping centre, type of thing, where you have these massive warehouses stocked up in crucial places that you can just go, right, from there, we can get it on a plane and get it out really, really quick. And that's where and again, the heart of, hey, I can send you some stuff. But that's where, the generosity of money actually makes this stuff actually happen.
It makes a massive difference, DJ, because I'll tell you why. This is why it works really well for us. So we have 3 distribution centres just in the US alone. Our biggest one, where our headquarters is 15,000 pallets. That's massive. Now, in that warehouse, what we have, we feed 685,000 kids every day around the world. So we have a lot of food stock that we get out in normal programming, outside of disaster services, in normal programming. So what we do in a disaster right now, the reason we can feed people immediately in a disaster is because we take some of that food that is already scheduled for feeding children. We take that and go straight into disaster mode, and then we backfill that food. Why do we need money straight away? Because we're doing multiple things at the same time, and we've got to meet the immediate needs. These people right now in Jamaica have immediate needs. We've got to assist them critically within this next 24, 48 hours. And then we will keep collecting more things, get more things out. We've still got to feed kids. We've still got to empower women. We've got to get this food out to the people of Jamaica. It's immediate.
Yeah. And that's where, and it sounds, for some people, depending on how you've grown up and even what your faith journey is like, when you hear Christians say, "Hey, we need your money," some of us get a bit like,
Yeah.
"Oh no, but I can pray,
Yeah.
or I've got faith." But sometimes it's the cash that actually helps somebody out there.
Well, yeah, and the reason why the cash is great is because we actually, once our team hit the ground tomorrow, we'll know specifically. We always know it's water, it's a non-perishable food. We know they're going to need flood kits, and we've got some of those things. But you start to realise exactly what's needed when it comes to clean up and getting people back into homes, because you've got to get that happening for people to be able to survive what's coming next. The sun's already gone down about an hour and a half ago in Jamaica, so they've already come out. It's widespread destruction. It's gone dark. There's no power across Jamaica. So now it's pitch black and you've got nowhere to go. You've got to figure out where you can stay safe tonight. Can you imagine women and children trying to do this? The reason we need cash is to help assist people immediately. And you don't want to come in with, I've got all these supplies in my hand, but that's not what they need. You want to be able to meet the immediate needs immediately. And so we really appreciate, there's so many people around the world who are giving right now, and we're so, so grateful. And for those in Australia, in everything you're giving to Convoy of Hope, it's tax deductible for you. I know not everyone needs that, but it is a great help if you're wanting to give a whole lot more. But everything matters, DJ. Every dollar counts.
I'll put the links in the comments, in the description of everywhere we put this. convoyofhope.org.au. All you need to remember is Convoy of Hope. Type that into the browser and it'll open it up to the Australian site. On the front of that you will see straight away, donate to Hurricane Melissa. You'll see images of Jamaica. You can click right into that. It couldn't be more easy to do. I know you've got to go, Joel, and thank you so much for your time making this happen. But I wanted to ask you about one thing really quickly on a bit of a side note. Your journey over the last few years has been like such a radical, crazy journey, going from being part of a mega church to now heading up a ministry to helping the poorest of the poor. What has that been like for yourself personally? And are you still based in Goldie? Are you still a fellow Gold Coaster?
Yeah, still a fellow Gold Coaster. We've only been there for 4 years. I was born and raised in Sydney. Our journey, we've been in church life ever since we've been married, Jules and I, 32 years. And we did that beautiful long season at Hillsong. It's 7 years ago today, DJ, since we resigned from Hillsong and moved on to this next season. It's actually today. It's my birthday today. It's 7 years today.
Are you happy birthday and happy anniversary?
and it's 7 years today since that season changed. And one of the things in this new season with Convoy of Hope, one of the things we really love about this, DJ, is whilst it was an incredible journey with Hillsong and great experiences and a lot of things around the world and large church services and everything, conferences, it gave us the ability to see the greater church around Australia and around the world, and to appreciate everything from the Catholics all the way through to Pentecostals. And because of that, we've got these most amazing relationships and friendships with churches everywhere. And what we get to do now through Convoy of Hope is to partner with the local church. We've believed this for years, and we still believe it now at Convoy, that the local church is the hope of the world. And we want to work with the local church, through the local church, not just to support and raise funds and resources to help others, even when it comes to disaster response. That's why we work with the local churches in Jamaica. And if we're doing any programming around the world, we're doing it through local churches. So what have we learned this last season? The church is beautiful. Rick Warren says this, despite all of its flaws and all of its mistakes and all of the things that we can throw at it and say it's done this, it's done that, it's still God's plan A. And we're just so thrilled to be part of this redemptive mission on the earth, where the kindness of Jesus leads people back to himself. And we just we're grateful to be in this
Amen.
journey and be part of that with church life. And
I
so
feel,
it's good,
Joel, I
mate.
feel like we're slipping into a sermon here. The pastor's hat's coming back on for you, mate. So we got to go. But I love that, and this is where the local regional stations like 96.3 here in Geelong can go out and connect these organisations, connect myriads
Totally.
of local churches with one interview, and this is what our prayer is talking to you today, is that people
No,
all over the region will go, okay, this is great, I can give to this.
yeah, and that's great, mate. We really appreciate your support. Now, people who are listening to radio, the community around Australia on radio is incredible. And one of the things that you start to learn when you're on radio listening and out there as listeners is that you're not alone. You don't have to do it alone. God is with you, but there's people everywhere around Australia. And I'm so reminded of remember when Elijah the prophet was having a whinge to God, and he's like, God, I'm the only one that's trying to help. There's no one else. And God says, no, there's lots of them. I've reserved them all.
Yeah.
And I just want to say to everyone that's listening right now, thank you. Good on you. You might feel like you're in some remote town, you're out regional Victoria, out in Geelong somewhere, right out in the sticks, but you're not alone. We're doing this together, and keep at it. Keep going. It makes a difference. Every little light together makes a bright day. So we're grateful for all of you.
Oh. Joel Abel, National Director, Convoy of Hope. Always a pleasure. You're always welcome onto the station, mate. If there's anything we can ever do, just reach out to us. But we're going to get everybody to heading over to convoyofhope.org.au right now. Have a look for the pictures on Jamaica and how you can donate there. God bless you, man. We'll be keeping you in our prayers.
Yeah, thanks so much, DJ. And hey, keep following us on all the socials, Convoy of Hope AU. We'll keep updates there. We'll show you what's happening as we find out on the ground. We'll keep posting that, so you can keep praying and keep being partnering with us. Thanks heaps, guys.
Love it. Hey, bless you, mate. Hey, happy birthday, Sincere. That's insane.
Thank you, man.
That's insane. So are you? Are you, Joel?
Thanks, DJ. Good, mate. Good to see you.
Yeah, good. I don't think we've ever met before, but we've got a lot of mutual friends. Dave Quack, Andrew McConnell, McConnell there. I had dinner with Andrew last night, and he's a bit of a legend. But
I thought I met you at the conference.
Probably. I apologise if I met you at the conference at Connect recently.
Weren't you telling me about your chainsaw massacre?
Yeah. And you were sitting there with Mariska, and you were sitting there with Ben.
Yeah, and you were telling me about your chainsaw massacre when you were trying to chop down in your backyard.
Yeah. I've still got those. I've got the scars here to.
Yeah.
Got the scars here to prove it, mate. Now, whereabouts do we find you right now?
Right now, I'm in California, USA,
Okay.
and I'll be here the next few days.